Hello and welcome to your tarot forecast for the Libra new moon 2021. If you are unfamiliar with these new and full moon readings that I do on this channel, these readings are supported by my Patreon, patreon.com/Michelle Shea. And if you are a member of the full-time fortune teller level over there, you get extended versions of this reading. So it used to just be 4 oracle cards for the public, and then the tarot card section was for the Patreon. Now I have included the oracle cards and the tarot cards for the general public, and then I go deeper with more tarot cards on my Patreon. So if you find that the topic at hand is really resonating for you, the Patreon might be a good place to check out. That being said, we're going to dive into our cards, starting with the Total Betty Goddess deck. So the Total Betty Goddess deck is a deck of my creation. It's got 90s icons playing the goddesses, and they always start our readings off with a little bit of that divine feminine energy, just to kind of give us a little hint of what this Libra new moon might have in store for us. So I'm going to shuffle up the deck and see who is here to play. And our Total Betty for this new moon is Papa, played by Cassandra from Wayne's World. So Papa is a card of magnetism. It's a card of being able to stay in one place and draw things to you, people, opportunities, places, basically whatever it is you're trying to manifest. It is very ultimate divine feminine energy, because the divine feminine does not manifest through action and force. The divine feminine manifests through intuition and receptivity. So Papa is an earth goddess. So if you think of the magnetic pull of the earth, that is what we're trying to cultivate for this Libra new moon. So as you might be familiar, new moons are a great time to set your manifestation intentions for the next 6 months. So just think of yourself as this very magnetic force drawing in whatever it is that you desire. I'm going to shuffle up the Fuzzy Prism Oracle for our 3 additional Oracle cards, and then we'll dive into some tarot cards as well. So I'm going to do a little past, present, future, just to get a little vibe. We have meditation in the past, which fits with a lot of the readings we've been having lately. We have cry in the present, so might be some emotions this new moon. And then we have change in the future. So I feel like that is a beautiful way for these cards to progress. We're definitely coming from a place of being a little more inwardly focused, learning how to meditate and connect to our spirituality and connect to our guides and connect to the messages that are drawing us to our manifestations. And then for this new moon, we might have a little bit of releasing. Full moons are more traditionally for releasing. New moons are for calling in. But if you're feeling a little more emotional, I get it. Or if you're feeling emotional during the dark moon that led up to this new moon, it was because there was something that you needed to release. This cry was definitely a cleanse. And as you get through those emotions, that's going to cultivate change in your life. So I think that's a really positive start to start off the reading. We're going to start pulling our tarot cards, and we're using the Holly Simple Tarot. So it goes very well with the Fuzzy Prism Oracle by the same artist. And I'm going to pull originally about 9 to 10 cards for the general public reading. And then based on what those cards say, I'm going to tell you what topic I'm going to dive into on the extended reading, so that if you are not on the Patreon and you want to check out the rest of the reading, you can know to join and that it will be a topic that you're interested in. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Chariot coming in the recent past, the Devil, the Son of Pentacles, and the Emperor in the present, the Mother of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Temperance in the future. Okay. So right off the bat, we've got some major players in the major arcana coming up in this spread. We have the Magician for our underlying energy, we have the Emperor and the Devil in our present position, and we have the Temperance coming in the future, and we have the Chariot in the past. So we have a major arcana, at least 1, 2 in the present, representing every stage of this reading. And if you're not familiar with tarot, what that means is the major arcana are indicators that the things that are occurring are fated. Yes, we always have free will, but whether you chose one direction or the other, you would still have the same lesson waiting for you, is basically what these cards are saying. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, know that it was fated. It was meant to be. It was part of your journey. It was part of the lessons that you are needing to learn. It could have come in different packaging if you'd gone different directions in your life, but you would still be having a very similar experience to what you've been having in the past, in the present, and in the future in this case. So the first message with the underlying card being the Magician is that we have everything that we need for this transition, and that may not be what it feels like. I can feel it in the energy. We aren't trusting in our own magnetism. That Papa Goddess is here to tell us that we are magnetic. It's felt like things have stalled for a while, both in the recent past and in life in general in some cases. I feel like a lot of us are conquering or encountering or trying to manifest dreams that we've had for a very, very, very long time that may have ebbed and flowed out of our life. And there's this feeling of being like, am I holding on to this too long? And the Magician is saying, no, you have everything you need to make this happen. You just have to recognize and honor the skill set that you have within you. And with that in mind, we're coming in from a past that involves the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about mastering your craft. So in the past 6 to 8 weeks, there's definitely been a feeling of dedicating yourself to learning more about a topic or to refining your skill set. And that has brought about an Ace of Swords moment, which is a spark of a brilliant idea. And the Chariot is all about being able to carry through those ideas of your own strength, that you have your own momentum, you have your own self-assuredness to be able to carry that through. So we're coming from a really great recent past of being able to master the skill set we wanted to master, recognize the brilliant ideas when they're coming in, and then also have the momentum of our own self to move it forward. That being said, this new moon is bringing in a little bit of a test for us in the form of the Devil card. The Devil card is always a question of, what is it that you're clinging to that isn't serving you? What addictive patterns, thoughts, behaviors, relationships are in your life that are holding you back from this goal? Because basically our past is coming in saying the same thing that the Magician is saying. It's saying, like, you've done the work, you've got the great ideas, you've got the skill set to carry through, and you've manifested the momentum to do it within yourself as well. And then we're gonna hit a little bit of a wall with this new moon, where it's the Devil card kind of coming in and having us second guess ourselves and having us feel a little tied to something that we're not actually tied to. So it's almost like if you think of a chariot in the Chariot card, our chariot's pulling forward, and when this new moon hits, we think it's tied to something that's keeping us from going forward, but in actuality it's not. There might be a rope that's behind us, but it's not anchored to anything solid. We can still keep moving forward. So don't get so distracted by the feeling that you're tied to something when that tie is actually an illusion, is what the Devil card is saying. And the Son of Pentacles is telling us that we are still we're doing good in regards to manifesting our skills and our ability to make money and be supportive and be stable. There's definitely a feeling of maybe someone coming in with a business offer. For a lot of you, I feel like there's a business offer that's coming in, and it may not feel like the be-all end-all victory in your career, or I'm getting a little creativity. So if your creativity is separate from your career, there also might be an offer within your creative circle that's coming through. But there's definitely a feeling of something coming in that may not be quite as big as you expected, but it's exactly what you need in this moment. So because we're working on recognizing that we're not tied to anything, this Son of Pentacles offer is coming in a little bit smaller than our biggest dreams would want it to be. So if you were trying to manifest being the CEO of your own company, the Son of Pentacles is coming in and wanting you to be vice president. There's definitely a feeling of it's not that much lesser of an offer, but it's what you need to feel confident to get up that last rung of the ladder. So don't turn your nose up at whatever offer comes in the next couple days to weeks, because it's actually probably going to lead you to something better. Like, it's going to lead you to your ultimate goal, but it may look like something smaller to begin with. And why I know that it's going to lead you to your ultimate goal is our final card in the present is the Emperor, which is being able to be the CEO and to see the big picture. So, but you got to conquer the devil to get there. And the Son of Pentacles is our way of conquering the devil. So the devil is what we feel like is holding us back. The Son of Pentacles is coming in with an offer that's not as big as we thought it was supposed to be. So we might want to have we might have this tendency of being like, now I'm going to hold out for something better. But in actuality, because our ego is so in play with us trying to feel worthy, this slightly smaller offer is going to help us learn the ropes, help us gain our confidence so that we can become an emperor that really feels worthy of that position. And in the near future, we have recognitions coming in for our efforts with the Six of Wands. People are going to be noticing what it is that you are doing. There's victory after a hard time, victory after a long effort. So we're being rewarded for this. The future does have a little bit of a warning of the Mother of Swords. So I feel like when you go through this victory of recognizing that you've accepted this offer, that it's going to take you to where you want it to go, you might attract people that aren't the vibration you're looking for. So the Mother of Swords is coming in. It's almost that feeling of like, if we were to use the storyline of someone achieving fame. So, let's say that the Devil card is someone not feeling worthy of being really famous. So they get like a smaller role in a movie, and then that ultimately leads to a big lead role in an amazing Oscar-winning film. And then they become the Emperor. And all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, like I didn't know that I was gonna get there, and then suddenly I was there and I got this accomplishment, and it's triumph after a hard time. And then there's people that kind of come out of the woodwork that don't have the best intentions, that are kind of just fame hungry as well. So there's this feeling of, in the near future, the only warning we have is to be mindful of people that don't have pure intentions and that are there to kind of glom on your energy or hang on your coattails. So, but at the same time, I'm also getting a message of like, definitely be mindful of the people you want to bring up the ladder with you. People that you know that have been in a similar field to you, that really deserve the recognition, that whenever you get in a place of power, you have the opportunity to point, the camera towards them, point the direction towards them. Definitely make sure you're doing that, because that is part of the generosity of the Six of Wands. But then also make sure that they are worthy, and make sure that you're not letting people cling to your coattails that not only aren't worthy of it, but don't have your best interest at heart. It doesn't feel like it's major. It's not going to be like really close relationships in your life for most of you. It's just going to be like these new pseudo friends that show up. So just have your authenticity radar up and try to only let in the people that are really being authentic with their desire to connect to you. And you can feel that. If someone's not truly wanting to connect to you on a real level, you'll be able to feel that if you're paying attention. So it's not going to be something that's going to sneak up on you, as long as you're being conscious within your interactions. And I think that that's going to definitely play out, because our final card is Temperance, which is all about balance and being able to sort of turn fire into water and water into fire, like make the impossible possible, is what the Temperance card is. So basically it's saying that you're gonna get through it. Like I said, the only stumbling blocks we have here are the Devil making us feel like we're held back, and then the Mother of Swords telling us to make sure that we're watching out for people that don't have pure intentions, which I think is also part of what the Devil card lesson was. So the Mother of Swords in our future is kind of coming in with this feeling of, we're gonna just solidify that final test of whatever it is that you walked away from with the devil energy, whatever addictive patterns, addictive behaviors, addictive relationships that you walked out of. There's going to be a little echo of that comes through in the future, and that is going to be where you need to use that discernment as to who you're going to bring up the ladder with you. So I'm thinking for the extended reading, we're going to pull a little more on the devil card. I want to know more about what it is that's holding you back and holding back this momentum, because that really feels like it's the only thing that's really stumbling and holding up this process. Everything else is really positive. So if this reading has resonated for you, if you feel like you've been trying to get ahead in a career and you've done the work to learn your lessons, to develop your skills, you've got a really brilliant idea, you've got the momentum that you want to go forward, and you just don't feel like it's getting quite to where it needs to be, we're going to pull more on the devil card to find out what that's about. So if you want to know more, head over to patreon.com/Michelle Shea. It is the full-time fortune teller level that is getting access to this full extended reading. And if you want a personalized reading, those are always available at michelleshaywalker.com, tarot via email in the store. And as always, if you like the Total Betty Goddess deck, that's available over in the shop as well. I hope that this reading has served you well. And if you are watching this on Patreon, the rest of this reading starts right now.